We at DC HealthLink know that affordable health insurance is one important part of being an entrepreneur, starting your business and growing your business. And that's why every year we are proud to host Power Up DC.
Power Up DC Summit is important for small businesses, and it supports the small business community of Washington, D.C.
Small businesses, to me, it's the key to the middle class for so many people, but it is the key or the ticket or the QR code, whichever way you want to look at it, to where you can go.
You set the tone, quite honestly, because of being here. You have already won. Power up! Power up! Good morning to you all, and thank you for joining us for the 8th annual Power Up DC. So very excited to jump into this topic around access to capital, thriving, the new reality, the new normal that many of us find ourselves in.
Talk to you about getting loan ready. You probably have heard that before. I would encourage you to think of that a little bit more broadly. I don't think it's being loan ready exclusively, it's being transaction ready. How do you get ready for the contract? How do you get, that's gonna be a lot of the same things that you're gonna need to have in place to get ready for a loan. And by the way, your ability to access capital is gonna be a whole lot higher when you can bring to the table a contract that you are about to begin.
When you start a business, you will need multiple rounds of financing. You don't go to a bank and ask for $1 million. Even you need to start small and think big, and you need potentially resort to your friends, family, and fans, and those fans are basically crowdfunding campaigns.
Now, one of the things that you have to keep in mind is over 69% of small businesses start off with their own personal savings in order to access capital, right? Then credit cards, then your local banks, and then your national banks. So when you start evaluating where to get access to these, having funds and investment funds is going to be important, but understanding where that revenue is going to come from initially is also critical.
It takes money to make money, so you have to set aside your money to make you more money, not just to spend on something.
If you have a very high, potentially high growth kind of business, you might find an investor, but you're going to give up a bit of ownership of your company. So there's all these trade-offs. So you have to understand what are you actually doing? Right? You have to understand that. Are you the sort of business that's going to get a loan right away? Are you the sort of business that is going to have a lot of cash receipts daily or weekly? Or are you the sort of business that's going to be getting paid every 30 days because you're going to have a lot of receivables?
So the key is know what type of lenders and know what type of funding is out there. We talked about CDFIs, not-for-profit lenders. There are community lenders. There are community banks, and then also your national banks. You should really develop a relationship with each one of those folks. They all do the same thing, but do it very differently. So determine which route is the best. Also talk to folks like myself and the folks on this panel. I work with about 14 different lenders. I don't have a dog in the fight. My goal is to help you get the access to capital that you need.
You have to answer certain basic questions. Does anybody want to buy what you're selling?